Good afternoon, all. Within a few minutes, we will start the session. Good afternoon, Ramar. I make you as a co-host.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I need another one system to make us a host. I will send you.
Which one?
1 second, ma'am. I'll send you, ma'am. Ma'am, Rama 2.
Yes, I will find and give. Okay. Ramar
Okay,
2. I have done, Ramar. Please check. Good afternoon, everyone present here. On behalf of SRM Institute of Science and Technology, Ramapuram Campus, College of Science and Humanities, the Department of Computer Science and Applications, under the Robotics Club, we are organizing 5 days robotic process automation workshop for school and college students. I welcome you for this day 3 gathering. Ramar, now the forum is yours.
Okay. Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. Okay, fine. So I think you people are yesterday we discussed about UI path and basic works. Okay. So in that UI path, we are going to develop some applications, but I already developed all applications because in the real time, I mean, in the hands-on, when we have 1.5 hours time, so we are unable to make all the things, because when we're making some applications using UI path, we will face some issues. So in the issues we want to rectify, so we can't complete those things. Okay, so that's why what I planned, actually I made it everything before we start the session. So we have I think 3 to 5 6 applications are there. So who people have installed UiPath in your computer? Can you send a message? Yes. If you installed the UiPath, please type it in the message box. Yes. If you installed UiPath application. If you installed UiPath, please type it yes. Or if you not installed, not a problem. You can make it no. No one has not installed.
And dear participants, kindly interact with the chief guest. If you are not able to unmute, then you can type it in chat also.
Oh, really? Sorry. Actually, people don't know that the app name also, because we people discussed about UiPath from the beginning itself. Anyway, no problem. I'll show it how to install the applications. Okay. So once again, I will share it another window. Uh, okay. Anyway, no problem. So okay. Okay. I think you can see my window. So actually yesterday also we discussed the same thing. We are in the third day, but I planned you people will start from today. But anyway, no problem. So many people don't know about this one. Okay, so this is like a application based, not like a programming based. Okay, so that's why it is very easy to handle that applications. Everything is like a drag and drop to execute the coding. Okay, so now what I'm doing, I'm going to UiPath website. Okay. So you have to go to that UiPath website. So in this website, you have to create account for you first. Okay, for the free trial version. So you go to that product. So in the product, you can find out studio, right? So inside the studio, you can go and you can, I think, okay, fine. So you come to this page. Okay, so you will understand what you are going to do. So in this tool, we are going to download. So you can look at this window. I mean, you can look at that UiPath free. So which is like, community version. You can try this one, and then you will get to fill that some informations. One second, it's loading. It is a register for the cloud portal. So in this portal, you can register yourself, like based on your Gmail account. You can register. One second, it is loading. Okay, others, what about? So other people have been installed. Other people's has installed UiPath or not. So tell me how many people wants to study programming. If you want to study programming, please type it as, or else if you want to go with application based, like Excel or like Photoshop applications or Unity application, like that you want to handle, you type it like app. So okay, one comment from app based. Okay, then so who people needs based on the program based you want to go, or else you want to go application based. So you can look at the web page, right? So in this page you can go with any accounts. If you have like Gmail accounts, you can go with the Gmail accounts, or else you can go with the Microsoft account, or else if you have the LinkedIn, that is also acceptable. Okay, in the similar way, you want to create your own account, so you can go to click that email. So then you can fill it your information, Actually, I am plans to an university, so that's why I given like that. So then I select my country. Then I give my register, my mail ID and password. Okay, so this is what you have to give and register. Okay, after this registration completed, you will get login portal. Okay, you will get login portal. Okay, so then you can log in into that so this is the login or sign in portal. So in this portal, whatever you username and password you give into registration time, so same thing you can give and you can log in into here. Okay, so once again I'll just going to log in now. Actually it's a poor network connection, so that's why it is loading. Okay, fine. Yesterday maybe a little boring because I know that the content was not good to it's not well to understand. So
Excuse me, Ramar, your voice is very low.
now, ma'am.
Now it is okay.
Okay, fine. Okay, fine. So now we are going to log in. So because already we sign in, so you may go with that. So actually I have a mail ID with the continue to log in. So I'll just having with that. So my mail ID I given, so as usual password. So actually this is what we discussed in second day. So anyway, no problem. Okay, so I given it. So then you can find out that UiPath portal cloud space. So in this cloud space, using this cloud space, if you're developing some automation application, so that application you want to provide as a service to some companies or some person, so you can use this platform and you can provide the service. But actually we are using 60 days trial version on this cloud space. But when you start to install that UiPath Studio, so that will be a community version that is a free. Okay, wait, we will see that window in Zoom very soon. Okay, so this is the platform. This is called the cloud platform. So in the right side, you can find out the download the studio. So before that, when you comes to log in into that UiPath cloud, so you can't download that UI studio. Okay, so now you can download that studio. When you click the studio, you will get like this. Then after you can click next. Then you can run it. Okay, so this is what the procedure to download and install. Okay, so please who people wants to do some robotic process automations, you can go with this. So you may think, is it possible to develop a robotic? Yes, it is not possible to develop, we know very well. So once again,
Ramar?
yes ma'am, 1 minute ma'am, 1 minute.
Okay, okay.
Okay, sorry, actually had a call actually from Kite. Okay, sorry. So okay, fine. So now we can see that platform. In this platform you can find out the right side that download studio. So then you can install this applications. Okay, so I said if you want to develop a robotic, so real robotic, like metal based robotics, in this concepts we cannot may not apply sorry, so we cannot make something from this applications. Okay, so based on this concept we cannot make it something. But if you wants to make something based on that UI path, or else you want to do some automations work, so we can go by coding. Okay, so that is like we have a lot of package to do that RPA process for the robot also. Okay, but the case is this is only for digital system. Okay, so that's why I'm not recommending for that robotics. Okay, fine. So next thing we will go to exercise. Okay, so I think you can see this window, right? And yesterday we have seen this window actually. 1 second, I think it's not shared still. Um, okay, so I think now you can see this window, right? So this is for the tool that you have installed, UiPath tool. So from this tool, you can go with a process, then you can create each and every projects, right? But I developed a few projects. I'll show it now. Okay, so we will have like, 1 second, I'll share it another window. So now we have automated that local application which is available in our computer. Similar way, we have that automated web page navigations, and we have that click image exercise. Then we will have that to find and manipulate the Windows element. Like we want to minimize or maximize, we can do it. Or else if you want to open what is that, notepad plus sorry, notepad, or else if you want to open any other applications, everything we can do. Similar way, we want to load some load and do the some process using image, that is also it is possible. So at the same time, you want to do using mouse, you want to do you want to do that mouse automation, so that is also it's possible. And you want to do that text automation, that is also we can do. And web browsing also we can do. And these are the projects, okay, we are going to do here. Windows manipulation, which is I told you that minimize and maximize, right? So in this case, we are going to do one by one. So first applications, I'm going to run this click image. Okay, so we will see that window. Before that, I close whatever I opened previously. Okay, now I'll just open that window. 1 second, it is loading. So please mute others.
Sir, I muted others, sir.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am. So I think you can see my window, right? So in this window, you can look at that some sequences there, and we have some steps over there, right? So first thing, you know how to take that sequence from this property activities, right? So you look at that sorry, in the activity windows, in the windows, you can see a lot of things here. So we discussed in about last day. Okay, so in here we can find out the sequence, right? So using that sequence, we create that entire process inside the sequence. It is entire thing, it's flow diagram. Okay, so entire thing is a flow diagram. Okay, so in this flow diagram, I'll just make it one thing. I want to load a picture and I want to make it graph. Okay, so before that I want to introduce another thing, which is like, one second. So I have already built one application, so that is, okay, so I think you can see that. Okay, so this is the application is called it is a simple image. Okay, so we have some loading image. Okay, so based on this image, what we are doing, so we just clicking the image. Okay, so we just going to click the image, but in the manual I'm not doing anything here, so I'll just try to click. It's not happening anything, right? So now what I do, I'll simply go to programming. So I mean that flow diagram. So in the UI path, we made it some sequence. The first thing is click image from the ex file. So actually it is going to start that exe file. From the exe, it's going to select it's going to give us a message to press so when we loaded the image, if you want to load the image, you just click drop, so drag and drop from this properties. Okay, so then what we are doing, so we just clicking this image. For that, we just loading the image from here. Okay, so then we load that image box. So that is also we takes from the property. Suppose you don't know anything to load, for example, you can click on this, you just click this plus symbol, then you will find out here everything. Okay, so if you need something, what process you want to make, so everything will comes from here. Okay, you can search what you need. Okay, so for example, here we need to load that message box. Okay, so that's simply I'll just click message box. So you will find out a lot of message box relevant. So there is the dialog box. In that we find out the message box, we can click on it and we can make like that. So similar way, if you want to any process, you don't want to go and search from here one by one, so we can directly click the plus symbol and you will get that options. Okay, so fine, this is the basic about this UI path tool. Okay, anyway, next we give us some message to start a process, and then after that we have some attachment, right? So we have that exe file. So that is what this exe file, this is the one of the exe file. So sorry, actually I'll close it. So we have the exe file. From that exe file we are going to load it. We are going to click the images. Okay, so like we can see that picture. We can see that exe file. From that picture, each and every pixel, that each and every thoughts has been separated. Okay, so this is what we are going to do. Okay, so in the case how we can do it these things, so we can load the picture and we can click it on this. Okay, so for example, we select the target image. So based on that, we put that single click. So if you want to double click, you can make it. Okay, so in the case we are making like all the pixels, pictures. Okay, so now we are going to run this code. So I cannot do it in everything in again, so because it will take time, and if I face a problem, it will take some time to solve it. Okay, fine, I'll just run this code. So I'm just started, so I'm not doing anything. Okay, simply it started. It is asking to start a process, that message given by here. Okay, so I'll just give an okay. So now it started. It takes some time. So if we face any problem, we will solve it, don't worry. Okay, it have some time to execute. I think I missed to open this anyway. So I'm not doing anything. So it is entirely automated. Now that computer is doing. Okay, I'm not doing anything. So simply I'm sitting. Okay, so now everything it's processed by the automations. Okay, let's wait what is happening. still it is not happening anything. So once again, yeah, okay, fine. Once again, I'll restart again because I missed one step to run. So first we have to open this application, then we have to run this. Okay, so I started to run this code. Okay, it started. Wait. Okay, it's recognized the picture, then after it start to do the single click. Okay, so this is what we done it. So here you can find out that sequence. In the sequence you can find out the single dots. So in the single dots has been taken from like this. So you find out that blue color, right? So that blue color will be comes from there. So that is what happening in this image automation for the single click. So here I'm not clicking anything, so it is automatically click it. Okay, okay, it's completed. Okay, so this is what a simple process for image automation. So we just reset and close it. Okay, so in here we just simply use that initiate that exe file. So in from that we ask the questions to start. Okay, so that is a message dialog box. So in the message dialog box you want to set the condition, right? So in the case you have to give a text information, that is load complete dot plus to okay start. Okay, so this is a message I given here. So based on this message it start to go to the next step. It is attached window, which is whatever we attached as a exe. In that exe having some image, right? So in that image wants to recognize. So that's why we are giving that we are finding that the image is not it is available or not. So like that we are trying to find out from this statement. Okay, so once again, okay, so this is what that selector which so we are giving that a form which image you want to when we click that that automatic click. Okay, so that is click search, click sample image, so that is be given here. So based on that it start to click on it, recognize it. Okay, so same way we are creating this one and this one, 3 4 we'll start at a lot of thoughts, right? So how many thoughts are there? Based on that we just already recognized it. So before we have to do that automation, we have to feed it everything in the system. So then only it will be start to do it everything. Okay, that's all fine. So I think we completed about image automations for the single click. Okay, so fine. So next thing we'll go to the another one. So now are you okay? That okay. So next we go to the next one. I just close that window first and then I'll open that another applications. Okay. Okay. So now we are going to run that program. It's called okay. So we'll call it another program, which is like automated web page navigations. Actually, we actually this demo it's based on that UiPath website and UT based only we are doing. Okay, so wait. Okay, fine. So here you can find out like a sequence, which means that is a main. So in the sequence we named as a main. So from this main first layer, we just importing that open browser. So I think where is the open browser and option there, so you can find out the open browser. So you can click this open browser application. So then inside you can give which URL you wants to open. Okay, so that's I given that UI path videos, like it is in the YouTube. So but in this option, actually currently YouTube is removed. Actually it is a old one, but I don't know what to give. So I just taken from that UI path website, so that's why I given this one, but actually it is not available in the YouTube now. So in the in the before, like 6 months before, I think so. So it was available. Okay, but now we don't have to find out the grid. But anyway, so we try to complete. So what it is happening here? So what actually it will be doing? So it's going to be find out videos. Okay, so like it's just going to open like data scripting. Okay, scrapping. So in the data scrapping, in the next session we do that in the text, that will be giving the more effective. It is a basic one. So this is just I'm running this. Let's wait what it is happening, then we start to explain. Okay, I'm not doing anything. It start to search and everything it is automatically doing. Okay, so now we cannot find out that grid and list that absence. Okay, so that particular options are not available in this now. So that's why that's not moving to the next level. Okay. Now are you okay with my audio?
Yes, sir. It's clear, sir.
Yeah, fine. I got some message, so that's why. Okay, fine. So now can you find out the error now, right? So this kind of things, list and grid and grid, like so these things are not available in the particular YouTube channel. Okay, so that's why we cannot find out. Okay, it's not a problem. This is the way we can make that web scraping. So in the similar way, we are going to do the next day to the do that web scraping. I mean data scraping from the websites. Like we have some website from the website. So we just grab some informations. Okay, so that is what we are going to do. So thing is, we can understand how we want to access the web browsing, web browser. Okay, so if you want to access some web browser, you can click this button. Sorry, I want to stop this. What you can't understand, you can ask what you can't understand. So if you interact, I can easily clarify. So we are doing automation process. Now without human intervention, I want to open the YouTube, right? So how we can do it? So I'm using UiPath tool. In the UiPath tool, simply I open browser. So in the open browser, I want to give like this URL. Okay, so I simply give another URL here that is called like wait. So I have another URL. So I'll just copy it. I'll come to the concept. Okay, so that's all. So if you want to do any more activity, you can give, otherwise no problem. So in the activity, if you want to select or else you want to like you want to find out something, so you can do it. So here they find out that like patterns or something. So if you want to find out anything in the URL, so you can do it. Okay, so sorry, I think first thing we execute that one, then we do this one. Okay, so we just running this one. So now you can see that everything it is automatically open this site, right? So we just asking some attachments. Okay. So in this case, we are making automations. Okay. I like once again, you just explain your question. So what are the things you are not able to understand? Just text me.
Ramar, your voice is not audible.
Yes, ma'am. I want to remove one person from that, Mr. Lewis.
Okay, okay.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, fine. So now you are coming to this main part. So now I'll just feed that URL only. It is automatically open. I'm not going to open the Chrome. I'm not open any browser. It is defaultly open that browser and it is searching that particular URL. Okay. In the similar way, I given the do function. In the do function, what I give. So in the do function, I just trying to upload that file, select the file. Okay. So if you want to select some file, you can select and upload that. So in the same way, if you want to do something like, if you want to load, I mean, if you want to attach a file into particular, in Gmail or something. Okay. So that is also, we can do it. So this is called automations. Okay. So you want to clearly understand it is not a programming, it's just making automation what people repeatedly doing. Okay. So for example, you are repeatedly opening daily morning Anna University or website, Anna University website or SRM University website or something. Okay. So you are daily opening. Okay. So you can put it into the put it into the automations. So if you comes to sit on your system, so when you click that application, it start to open that what regularly you are opening. So regularly, what are the website you are opening and visiting that websites, automatically it start to open. So this is what automations. In the similar way, so you want to send a mail every day to that same task or same process or same mail, you want to send that same kind of peoples. So you can't, you don't worry, you can make it customize the message defaultly. At the same time, you can make it what is that, email IDs and everything, it will be made it through the automations. Okay, fine. So now we'll come to the next one. I think this is that, this is we completed now. So next one, we go to open another application. One second. So we go to open another application. So which is, one second, I want to check local app, which is based on what. So we have an instruction for each and every program. We have to write 30 lines, 30 steps. So if I start 30 steps to teach, it will completed in 1.5 hours. That's why I'm not going with that. Okay, for example, you want to select this application, this menu, and you have to go to the property, you have to set these things and all. So if I start like that, it will take for the one application, we lose that entire time. Okay, so now you look at this applications. We have some application. I'm not saying what application, you will see in future. Okay, so we have some application. In this application, I want to give username, password. So after that, I want to fill some informations. Okay, so this is what we are going to do it here. Like after information like username, password verified, so we will do some process. Okay, so we will wait. Okay, so see that all the things. Okay, I will explain after run this program. Okay, so wait, so I just click on it. I took my hand from the mouse and keyboard. So now you can find out entire thing is automated. So it is a UI path. It is one of the application. So in this application, I entered CAS is 100. So you can use check also. You can give some value or not on as check. You can give some values, but I give only for the CAS in 100. So that 100 has been given into the system, and that's all. So this is entire thing is automated. Okay, so now window is now done. So if you want to okay with it, will be sourced to another window. So you can see that now that value has been changed. So thing is, I'm not doing anything, it is automatically happening. So then that same window just hash cast still now to the 100. At the same time, you can see that when we will be guiding, so uncheck, I mean sorry, as check will be become a 50. Okay, so just simple. We have one of the application is called UI path application. In the application, you want to log in. Okay, so for that you are setting username, password, that's all. So now, so UI path application, when you started, so it started another application. So for example, you people having some college username, password, right? So for that for viewing the result, even some college staff having that their college email ID, right? Or else you have some data entry system like students mark data entry system, right? So ERP system. So in the case you want to log in into your ERP system. Okay, so automatically, so in the case we can make it this applications. You can make it automations. For example, you have already 100 students mark sheet in the Excel. So you want to feed the mark sheet into the particular ERP system. Okay, what we can do, simply we can use that UiPath tool to do that automations. Okay, now I made it automation for that 100 data. Okay, so when I feed that 100 data into that UiPath will be start to filling all the data. Okay, so this is what called automation. So that is the way we are using. In the simple way, we have that one application. Okay, so look at that. I will show it that application again. So I'll run it again. So this is the UI path to do that automation. So these are the steps. But when we go to the coding, we have already app. So this is the UI path application. So this is a UI demo application. So it is one of the Java based application. Okay, so look at this. So now I don't know the password and all. So I'll just simply enter something. So I try to log in. So I try to log in. It's won't happen. It's not accept. So even if I know the password, I can go. Okay. So this is this entry. It's called manual entry. Okay. So I entered the manual. So now I enter the manual information. So I'll just try to log in. It's not happen. Anyway, no problem. We have a username, password. So using that username, password, we will log in again. So this is the input. So if you want to get some informations, you can go with the assign username or assign variable. So if you want to find out that, you can go to assign keyword. So then you will get that get password and all other things. Okay, so this is the assign. So using this assign variable, you can declare it. Okay, fine. So in a similar way, we will get the password also. So assign the password. So both data will be created, right? So then we go to that application demo. Okay, fine. So this is what open application demo, which means we are accessing that application from here only. Okay. So in the case, sorry. So in the case, what we are going to do here, so simply we are entering our data here, which application where it is available. All the path we are giving here only. So we are having that application inside the UI path. Sorry, what is that? App. So this is the app folder. You can see that here. So this is called that app folder, right? So in this app folder, we can find out this demo application, right? So this application wants to load into our UI path. We want to make it automations. That's why we are giving that application here. Okay, so we simply load that application here. 5 minutes will come. Okay. Then after that, we have some other sequence. So we have main sequence in the top. So it is a main sequence. We have a subsequence. In the subsequence, if our username, password, it's going to read out here. So this is what that called username and password we given here. So it's based on that given username, password, the system it's going to lock in. Okay. So this is the conditional based. Okay. So it just like login window. So in the login window, it's going to execute that particular part. So after that, so when we complete that, so we have that line or that field called cache in. Okay, so that cache in, we have some default value, like we given the 100, right? So that is once again, sorry. Okay, so that is what we are going to given here. Once again, I'll come back again. Okay, so that is what the data in it will be going to show it. So now that attached that UI demo file, which means that UI demo application, which is loaded here, it's based on that cache in that text will be show up. I mean, we will find out some message dialog box, right? So in that dialog box, we can find out. So when we click OK, then immediately we get that image window will be guided. So automatically window will be guided from that application. Okay. So then that whatever we entered that information, again it will be pop up and it will be sourced that 100 and other values. Okay. So in the similar way, we are creating step-by-step process until that click accepts. Okay. So this is what process we are making through the UI automation for handling some other Windows applications. I'm talking, we are handling some other, I mean, sorry, we are handling Windows applications using UI paths. So we just making automations. For example, as we told, ERP system, it is one of the application. So in this application, we want to enter some information. We can do that automation. So we don't want to, we don't want to, I mean, human don't want to interrupt or human don't want to intervention with that system. So for that, we can use automation. So that will do entire process. Okay. So again, I'll run this code. You can wait and see that. Okay, so this is what automated application. It is entirely happening automatically. So, okay, so it's not, I'm not doing anything with that application. Okay, fine. So next application we will start now. So we have another application. It is called so we done this already, and this one we will see find and manipulate. Okay, I'm not sure how much it is going to run because it's very difficult one, but I made it. And let's be. Okay, we made it. So we want to open the notepad now. Okay, we want to open the notepad. So in the case we just created open applications, which means in the last case also we used in the same thing. So you want to open any Windows applications, we can use that. Okay, so now we have other activity. So we want to go to edit. In the edit, what other the things we can do? So we can do some font size, something we can change it, right? So that case we are going to do it. So we just simply opening the notepad. So in the notepad we are just wants to change the font size. Okay, but I'm not going to do so. It's entirely doing by system, which means we automated. Okay, so I just click play button. Let's wait and see what is happening. I think you got what it has happened. Okay, so I'll just run again. You will try to understand. So it just opening the notepad, then it's going to change that font. I mean that format, and after that it's going to change that font size and all. Okay, fine. So here we'll look at that coding. Okay, so we look at the coding. So everything has been. Okay. Okay, fine. So now we just open the Windows application. So we just loaded here. So how we can load this application? We know how to get this open application notepad. Okay, so this here we can type it application. Okay, so if you want to open the application, you can go. So with this, okay. Otherwise, now we given this application. So then here you will get this window. In here you want to load that Windows application, sorry, that notepad application, right? So you want to give a path, right? So for that we have a property for this. We have a property for this. This is the properties. So in the properties you can customize where you where your file is there. So you can see this is the file path. So for the notepad plus, this is the notepad plus exe file. So, okay, oh sorry, I just done some. Okay, so I'll just copy this one. I just copied this one because you want to believe, right? So that's why. So you just go to that normal system. In the system you can find out that things like, you know, I'll just make it paste here. So this is what notepad plus okay, sorry. Okay, so it's now opened. So this application has been in the particular given path. So from this path, so we simply okay, so we simply opened. So similar way we have other paths also, like, you know, we have other part, it's called to find out the edit option and format options. Okay, so in here what options you want to select, you can give here. In the similar way we can give all the informations where you need to change. We need to change the font. So for the font you can give, and you can give a absence here. Okay, so entire things just we are going to track it. Okay, so then finally we just given like so we just simply given that okay, so this is what the indicator screen. So wherever I just click in, that data will be goes to loaded here. Okay, anyway, no problem. So that is what loaded here. So now we can we see that window. Now I just actually I'm not opening the Windows button. So this is the like notepad. So now I'll just go to do again that same thing. So I'll just indicate it on the screen. Then you can click where it is needed. If you click format, it will become to the format. So if you click here, if you want to change something into there, so edit the indicator. So if you want to give something, or else if you want to make it something, I mean you want to give like some colors or formats, you can make it here. Okay, so otherwise you want to load that indicator into some screen, some other screen, so you have to select the screen and it will be comes here. So okay, so this is what we are doing with that UI Path Studio. In the similar way, we can easily automate it. Actually, I'm not saying anything fundamental about UI Path. That will be you have to refer in your own self, because it is application based only we are teaching. Okay, so that's fine. So now we completed the basic application. So next we are going to talk about another application. Find the image. So we have a find the image. So for example, I'll show it again first itself. Okay, so in this I think you can see my window in the pictures. Okay, so you see that pictures, there is an image called tick and cross tick. So we have two images. So this two images wants to identify from this sites. Okay, so for that I'll just make it like we have screen here. Okay, so actually I'm handling two computers, that's why I'm a little confusing. Okay, okay, fine. So this is what the main sequence we are going to do, that how many pixels and what are the things it's here available, like we are going to see. Okay, fine. So similar way, we just loading that path, which file you want to load it. Okay, so in the case you just click on it, you will find out the basic things. Actually this is what private, right? So in path, initiate the path. Okay, so I'll run this code because I made it some editing work. I'm not sure. Wait, you will understand. Okay, type 2, it's a image 1. Okay, so that class, it's called type 2. This one the type 1. So that is what intimated automatically. So let's wait, I'll just run again so you will understand. So this image has been crossed, and sorry guys, it's not running working fast. So now we want to find out the image from the only cross symbol. So that's why, so we just loading the image. I load this picture, I mean this automation. So we have a URL. So in the URL, it's going to find out only that simple. Okay, just wait, it is happening. Okay, it's a type 2. So this is what identified, through the automations. Okay, so in the case we want to find out the another pics, so we can load it. Okay, so in the picture you want to change it something, so you can load, or you can crop the image. Okay, so if you want to crop something, you can crop it. Okay, so that the thing will be uploaded here. Wait, it's loading. It takes some time to load. Okay, oh sorry, I was not stopped the program. Okay, so whenever you want to make some modifications, you have to stop the program, so then only you can modify. Okay, so I'll just crop that image. So now I simply given this picture. Okay, so now this is what changed. So based on this right tick, now it is going to work. So that is will be called type 1, type 2. So in the case, I'll just run this code. So you can find out that this will be intimate another picture. So wait, we will see. Okay. So in the case we just selected which are the pictures it belongs to, like, example 2, example 3, which are the things are available. It's just taken from there. Okay. So next we will go to the next application. It just, I'm telling how we can crop the image using image automations. Okay. So it simply we can crop it automatically, but thing is we have some errors to handle it. Okay. So actually we have that Chrome render problem. So this application, it is entirely running in the what so in what is it, Internet Explorer. So that's why we are facing the error. So we're not able to run that final. Until final we have a lot of steps to complete it, but thing is we are facing error. So I'm not ready to solve this error now. Okay. So we'll go to the next application, and finally we will discuss about this error and all. Okay, we have another application. It is loading. Wait, please. Okay, fine. So this is the sequence actually. So it's based on this sequence. It's only it is running. So for the sequence, if you changed, it is entirely changed actually. So once again, I'll just load application. It's not yet open. Okay. So this is called that load image. So we have already some images here. So you can look at that image, hello world. Okay. So anyway, fine. So we want to load some image automatically. So this is what the concept we are going to build. Okay, so first thing we want to load the image, right? We want to load the image. So for that we just using the sequence. So in the sequence itself, I just named it as a load image, or else you can give a main. So if you have a sub branches, you can give main. Otherwise, you can give load image or some file, whatever file you need to give. Okay, so this is what the property. It is not visible. I don't know why. It's hanging this side. I don't know that why it is hanging. Anyway, no problem. So look at that image load sequence. Inside we have that image load. So in there I'll just give a path name. So I told you that already. This is my image. I'm going to load it here. So but we are defining it, which image wants to load it up. Okay, so finally we have the next steps to try to reading that particular text also. So which means what we are doing. So we have an image. In the image we have some text, right? So hello world. So in the image wants to read out now. So for that we are using OCR concept. Okay, so using that OCR method, we are just extracting the text from the image. Okay, so that is what we are trying to do here. So for that I'm using try and catchy in the programming method, like Java or Python programming. We will study about try and catchy. So that is called exception handling. So in the way we made it try. So in the try we trying to extract the information using that Tesseract OCR method, which is supported by the Google. So this application will be just extract the text from the image and PDF files, and a lot of things we can do it from this OCR. So we simply extract that information, so which is from that image. Then we finally give a message. Okay, give us a message. We'll see one by one. So we just load that file. It's just going to fetch from that particular file, and after that it is going to load into so this is what identified. So what was identified? For example, if you're not believing, so I'll show it another image. Words in image. Okay, words in image. So just for example, I'll just replace the picture to extract. Okay, so this is what my okay, so this is what a very plain, so that's why I'm using this. Save as a image. Now I'll just going to save inside my folder. Actually, I'll put it in the desktop, and after that I'll just sorry, it is not in JPEG. So it is not in the JPEG. That's a problem. Okay. One second, I'll just load it another file. Don't worry. So I want to show it the demo now. So this is not the file format. It is going to not support. So I want to save as a JPEG file or PNG file or something. Okay, so I think this is what the PNG. So we will save the file. Okay, fine. So here we want to paste that image. So we have another image, like we have that called rename it. So I'll just given that image too. Okay. So now I'll just going to change that picture in the given forum. So here I'll just given the changed name. Okay, I won't stop that, then only I can modify. So okay, fine. So before that, giving that picture name and all, image 2, right? So before that, I want to check it, that property, which kind of picture this one. Okay, so like, you know, what is the format? So I'll check the format. It is belongs to PNG. So I'll just going to check that format. So it is in the PNG. So now I'll just run this code. Okay. Okay, so in the desert, it's a facing some issues. That's why I told you that. So we have some problems to solve it. Okay, so once again, I'll solve this problem. Okay. I want to stop that. Okay, it is right only, but I don't know what is happening here. So I want to ensure that the image is rightly configured or not. Okay, so it's going something wrong. So if I go with this, it will take some time. So anyway, it is everything, it's right. So it has some problem with the OCR conversion. It may be that file may not support into this picture, like, you know, it have some scale. So in the scale, if it is not supported, it won't come. Okay, so it may be. So here it is a desert, which means that scrap will be returning that empty text, which means that picture is not recognized by the OCR. Okay, so that's why we have to change the text. Actually, it's not right time to do that experiment. Anyway, so this is the way we can change it, that images. Okay, so I'll just go with the first one. So in the first one, see that picture, it will be very big and it will have some recognized size also, right? So that is the very important. Okay. So actually we have a lot of window. I won't stop this, then only it will be modified. So it stopped. Okay, so now we can change the pictures place and all. We can go with this and we can give which picture you want. So then you can run this. Okay, actually that picture size may be wrong. Okay, you try your home and it will be definitely you can find out. Okay, so now you can find out that in the text whatever it is available. So in the text we have the hello world, right? So in the hello world text will becomes here. This is helps to web scraping, I mean, like, you know, picture to or PDF to or document to Word format. Okay, so it is very easy to conversion. So when we writing Python programming, you have to put a lot of effort to convert this. Okay, so that is very highly complicated. Okay, fine. So next thing we are going to do that demo on managing mouse activities. Okay, so when I run this code, it will be going to open the particular website, so without my intervention using mouse. Okay, so it just going to open the some URL. So I'll just copy this URL. Okay, so this is what that file it's loading. Okay, fine. So here I'll just given that URL, whatever URL you need, you can give. So here, actually, I'll tell you that laterly we will come to my URL. Okay. So in the URL, you want to type it something like a news or something else. Okay. So if you want to type it something, so for example, I want to open Google. In the Google, I want to type it news. Okay. So that is a news it is going to create. For that, I'm just giving that India with Sri Lanka. Okay. Sri Lanka. Okay, so this message wants to, I mean, I want to know about that. So in the Google, so simply I run that code. So okay, it's done it. It's done it a lot of things, but anyway, we try this. Then later we will discuss. So I'm just took. I mean, I just taken from my hand from the mouse. Everything it is automatically happening. So it just going to India with Sri Lanka. So in after that you will find out the result also. So this is what happening through the what mouse automations. My mouse it's moving to there and it start to click and it start to type it. So whatever typing words I given here, so that statement it goes there and it start to search. So this is what the process without my intervention, that mouse it is take over. Okay, so finally we'll go to the next one. So now that browser, whatever browser I searched it, everything it comes here. Okay, so this is what done by automation. Next thing we'll go to discuss about manage that text automation. I'm not sure how much it is possible. When I start to running, that time also I face some issues. Okay, anyway. Okay, fine. So we'll go to that coding part. So that is what image, whatever image that it is available there. So everything it has been given by us. Okay. So here also we are going to open the notepad application. In the notepad application, what we are going to do, simply we are going to make it like, you know, we are make it to text area. So in the text area, if you are typing something, yes, right, so that string's going to paste it. Actually, I'm not sure it is going to work because I was trying before start the session, but unable to complete. So anyway, no problem. So in the sessions we will see that what are the things it can do in the like, you know, in the format of text edition part. Okay, So, okay, it's a very simplest program. So I'll run this. So now it is going to open Notepad++. Then in the Notepad++, wait, it's going to start. Okay, sorry. It is asked some question. Okay, if you enter, please ask a yes or no question. Okay, so simply I given that question. Okay, so it just started. Actually that question wants to print here, it's based on that. Okay, so now it's not running, it's no problem. Okay, so for that we have to do some editing work and modification work. Okay, okay, fine. So this is what one of the thing, sorry, I just press save. Okay, so this is what one of the automations to open and pasted some text into the what in the so this is what the problem we are facing. So here what problem we are facing, so we simply like so in the screen you want to select. Okay, so you can indicate the screen so where notepad is opened. Okay, so but we are not having notepad opening, so I'll just open the notepad. So simply I click open notepad. So after that I just click on this window. So now this will be rewrited or indicated that where we need to open that text, paste the text. Okay, so similar way, if you give something like in the all the windows, in the all the windows, everything we are selecting. Okay, so how we can select that windows, like you code that indicate screens. So which parts you need from that particular software, you just click on it, so that window will be comes to here. So in the case all the things like based on the text positions we are going to paste it, but in this case we are not able to complete this. Okay, we'll wait some time. It's running or not running. Okay, so now it is running, right? So in the previous case actually it is image was selected. Okay, so that is what it's not running. Okay, so now we selected the notepad plus location. Okay, for example you want to type it something on this screen. Okay, wait 1 second, wait, I'll just run again the same code and I will explain. Okay, so this is what the question. Okay, do you like SRM? So all the things will comes. So whatever inputs you want to feed it to do some automations, we can give and it will be start to type it. I'm not typing anything here. So entire thing it is going to happen by this. So if you need this window, if you need to save this file, you can do automate. So when you typing content, you want to automate to do that, everything it is automatically it will be doing by that UiPath tools. Okay, anyway, fine. So final one, so we come to the conclusion part, so don't worry. So next part we'll discuss about web browsing. So this is what also I'm not running anyway, we just made it, but we were not completed. Okay, I'll just close all the application, which application is running now. Okay, so we just stopped it and we closed it. Okay, we are in the web browsing. So in the same case, if you want to open any URL, so you can open the URLs. Okay, so this is taken from, like, we have website, right? So we have a URL. Based on that URL, we are going to work with that now. So this is the URL. So in the URL, I'll just paste it here. So whatever you need to do, you can do it here. So simply we given that one. Okay, so then do you want to do some other process, like, in the screening, you want to find out any URL? So if you want to find out the any URLs, like, I'm just giving sorry, actually the screening wants to do it again. So we simply, okay, so it's gone wrongly. It's not a problem. So this is what we loaded here, no problem. So similar way, we want to do it any other elements you want to open, so you can. So for example, here I want to indicate some screening from my site. So everything, it is located UI path, means everything it is already given by the URL, which is belongs to what their ID. Okay, so fine. Anyway, no problem. Okay, so I'll just make it elements item, which is, okay, so similar way you can proc it all the things, and you can run the code, and it will be start to run your particular web browsing, like, it start to browse. So it just opened a particular thing, I mean particular URL. So in the URL, it's going to open the particular keywords, like, what you are screening. So in the screening, what you are selecting particular keyword or some images, that image will be loaded into UI path system. So that path system, I mean that particular image, like, particular keywords going to search it. Okay, so that is what happening here. Okay, fine. So this is what UI browsing. So in the UI browsing, we can do a lot of things. For example, you want to select some information from the particular websites, means, or else if you want to find out, or if you want to do the data collections, you can do through the automations. Okay, fine. So next thing, so next one, so this is the final one, which is window manipulations. Okay, so we have a window manipulation, that is another important concept. So we have a desktop here. I just minimize, I mean, what is it? Minimized. Okay, so wait, it's loading. So here we are just selecting some window. That window wants to minimize, I mean, we wants to maximize. Okay, so that's the thing we are going to do. So for that, we just having the some dialog box information based on that user inputs that is getting from user. For that, I'm allocating seconds. Its system will be 2 minutes, I mean 2 seconds it will be takes to select the window. Okay, so let's wait and we will run the code. Simply I run that. So I'll just going to open that window. So this is what window I selected. It's a maximized. I'm not clicking that button. Okay, so see that I just done this minimized, which means like, I'm not guide that image. Done that small size. Now I want to make it enlarge. For that, I just run this code, and before that I'll go to which window wants to minimize. Okay, for example, I just click on OK, then I select the window. Now it's enlarged. Okay, so this concept, it's called automations. Whatever I teach you, it is very simplest simple concepts. Okay, so in this simple applications will help to induce your study life on the RBA. Okay, so in the RBA we can do a lot of applications. In RBA, when you need to learn, for example, like, so you have to invest a lot of money for this actually. So for example, you want to know about complete version about UiPath, so you have to invest a lot of money to develop these kind of applications. So in the same scenario, we have free developer version also we have. And at the same time, if you want to commercially, you want to develop application, you have to pay for it. Okay, so that is a problem here. So other way, we can go with Python program, we can do some automations also. So in the automations, we doesn't use any programming much. Okay, but Python can use, but we are not going to use much on that. Okay, so thank you all. I think if you have any queries, you can ask. If you have any queries, you can ask. Thank you all.
Dear participants,
Thank you.
given an option for unmuting yourself. If you have any query means you can ask. I am posting the feedback link in the chat box. Kindly fill the feedback link.
Thank you all. Thank you everyone. If
Thank
you have
you,
any
sir.
queries, you can ask. Thank you.
Students, if you have any queries, you can unmute and ask yourself. Okay, sir. Thanks a lot for joining us today. And
Thank you,
students,
ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
thank you, sir. Thank you. And students, we
Thank
will be having the next session by 3:30 tomorrow. So we'll meet around 3:30 tomorrow. Thank you, participants.